Hello everyone, this is Amvesh, a computer science and IT lecturer. So students, here we will discuss about a model question paper for term second examination of class 12th on the cbse board, and for the paper information technology. So I will provide you 6 sets of question paper for your practice, so that you can secure very good marks. This one is practice set 1, or you can say model question paper first for your term second examination. So you will get 1.5 hours for your IT exam, and the maximum mark is 30 marks. So your question paper will be divided into 3 sections, that is section A, section B and section C. So section A consists of 5 marks and it has 6 questions from employability skills. Question number 1 to 4 are of 1 marks. You have to attempt any 3 questions from that. Question numbers 5 and 6 are of 2 marks. You have to attempt any one from these 2 questions. Section B is of 17 marks and it has 16 questions on subject specific skills. So question number 7 to 13 are of 1 mark questions. You have to attempt any 5 questions from that. Question number 14 to 18 are of 2 mark questions. You have to attempt any 3 questions from this part. Question numbers 19 to 22 are of 3 mark questions. You have to attempt any 2 questions. And section C is of competency based questions, where you will get 3 questions. Out of that 3 questions you have to attempt any 2, and it consists of 8 marks. So what you have to do, all the instructions are given in the question paper, and marks are allotted in the right side of each questions. So comes to the section A. Question number 1. What is feasibility study? So feasibility study means going through the detailed analysis. That means what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses of any organizations, if the required resources are available or not. Required resources means anything what is required to proceed along with the project. Okay, so you can say technical resources, human resources, raw materials, everything. If raw materials are available at any local place, or they have to import from a distant location, everything they have to take, all these things they have to consider. And finally they will estimate that if they will get any profit or not, and if there is some profit, what will be the estimated profit, and accordingly they will proceed further or they may reject. Okay, next, who are technical entrepreneurs? So technical entrepreneurs are the technical expertise who use their technical knowledge in a unique way to create new machines, new tools, okay, and they try to launch it in the market to get some profit. So they always create new products with some innovative idea which is different from others. Okay, next, what are the different possible green jobs in solid waste management? So in solid waste management, the different green jobs available are e-waste recycling, reduction of the waste, auditing of the waste, controlling of the waste. Okay. Next, what is the mission of National Action Plan on Climate Change? So, the National Action Plan on Climate Change, it comprises 8 missions in different areas of solar energy, enhanced energy efficiency, habitat, water, sustaining Himalayan ecosystems, forestry, agriculture, and strategic knowledge for climate change, which address issues relating to mitigation of greenhouse gases and adaptation to the adverse impacts of climate change on environment, forests, habitat, water resources, and agriculture. So these are all 1-mark questions from section A. Now comes to question number 5, which is of 2 marks. What are the attitudes that make a successful entrepreneur? So the important attitudes of a successful entrepreneur are decisiveness, that means the ability to make quick and profitable decisions. Next is taking initiatives, which means the ability to take charge and act in a situation before others. Next is interpersonal skills, which means the ability to work with others. Another attitude is organizational skills, okay, which means the ability to make the optimum use of time, energy, and resources to achieve the desired goals. Next, perseverance, that means ability to continue to do something even when the situation is not favorable, okay, in a difficult situation also. Next comes to question number 6. List some ways to protect and restore the ecosystems. So as we know that in an ecosystem, all living and non-living beings, they exist together and they interact with each other, okay, and they support each other. So but due to our activities, that means human activities, like excess felling of trees, all these things that lead to the destruction of the ecosystem, which causes the climate change and natural disasters. So it makes the different living beings to difficult for surviving, okay. So what we can do is we should stop cutting of trees. Also at the same time we can plant more and more trees to conserve our ecosystem. Okay, and also vegetations also help to stabilize the slopes, which reduce the risks of landslides. Also wetlands that can help control floods. So these are the different ways to protect and restore ecosystem. Next comes to subject specific skills, that is section B. So the first question, what is byte code? So as you know, the Java compiler, it directly cannot convert the source code into machine code. So it converts the source code into an intermediate code. That intermediate code is called Java bytecode, which is portable, and this bytecode is a highly optimized set of instructions, okay, which can be run on any machines, okay, but that machine should have a JVM, or you can say Java interpreter, okay. So you can run bytecode on any platform. Any platform means any operating system, that is Windows, Linux, or any other one, Macintosh or any one, okay. Comes to next question. Why you require database management systems in telecommunications? So in telecommunications we require DBMS for storing information regarding communication networks, customers, call records, their bills, also for storing different informations like the different plans they are offering, different plans subscribed by different users, and so many things. Next thing is, how can you write single line comments in Java program? So you can give single line comments by starting with two forward slashes, okay, like this one, and next you can write whatever comments you have. In this way you can specify with these two forward slashes, okay. So this is the syntax of writing single line comments in Java program. Next comes to question number 10. What should we do to make a data member or a method member of a class visible only within the class? So to make the data member or a method member of a class visible only within a class, we have to make it private, okay. We have to use the keyword private. So private members cannot be visible outside the class. Next question is, double data type requires how many bytes in memory? So it requires only 8 bytes, or you can say 64 bits in memory. So you can mark here that the loop will execute 6 times, okay, because the variable number, which is of integer type, has been initialized with 6, and in the testing part it will be tested, and when the value of number will be greater than or equal to 1, up to that number of times it will execute. So at each step its value will be decremented to 1, okay. So at the first iteration value of number will be 6, which is greater than 1. Next, in the second iteration, after decrementing 1, it will be 5, which is again greater than 1, and in this way 4, 3, 2 and 1, which is also equal to 1, okay. And in each iteration it will show you the square of that specific number. That means in the first iteration you will get 36. That means in the output you will get square of 6 equal to 36. In the second iteration you will get square of 5 equal to 25. Likewise, in the third iteration, square of 4 equal to 16, square of 3 equal to 9, square of 2 equal to 4, and square of 1 equal to 1. Next, Write the statement to create an array that stores percentage of 5 students. So you have to write it by your own, follow your books. The next question is, what is a class? So class means it is a user defined type which describes what a certain type of object will look like. Okay, and a class description, it consists of a declaration and a definition. What do you understand by infinite loop? Infinite loop means the loop which never ends. Okay, so by the mistake of the programmers, the loop may be infinite. Find the error and give correct code. Here, the statements for incrementing the variable number, the variable num has been missing. So, the statement for incrementing the variable should be added. That means num equal to num plus 1 or whatever may be, num plus plus, that statement have to be added within the while loop block. Okay. Question number 16. Differentiate between for loop and while loop by showing its syntax. So you have to write syntax for both for loop and while loop. As you know, for loop contains both initialization part, testing part, and the increment or decrement part. That means the counter that contains within the single parenthesis. Okay. But in case of while loop, you can initialize the variable before starting the while block. Okay, so you have to write the syntax of both for loop and while loop. Next question, what is the need of a constructor in OOP? Also write one feature of a constructor. So constructor is a special method, okay, or you can say it is a special method member which is used to initialize the data members of the class. So the constructor name is same as the class name and it has no return type, but it may or may not have parameter list. Okay, and the special feature is that whenever a new object of a class is created, then the constructor of the class is invoked automatically. That means no need to call the constructor explicitly. Okay. Question number 18. What will be the value of n after the execution of the following selection statement? So practice it by yourself. Next question, question number 19. This one is from the array manipulation, string manipulation. Okay, so here different methods to manipulate the strings has been used, like a concat, is empty, length. Okay, you have to go through this from a book and practice it. Next questions is from switch case structure. What will be the value of the variable RAM after the execution of the following code snippet. You will get this type of questions. Okay, so also you should know the use of break. That means if any case is matched with the condition given under the switch case, then after executing that, the break keyword will take you the control will be from the outside of the switch block. Okay, it will take the control outside the switch block. Question number 21. Write a for loop that displays the multiplication table for 5. So you can follow my channel, you will get the answer of the questions of this question also. Okay. Next, question number 22. It has 3 parts. How can we enable assertions to debug our code in Java? What are the 2 ways to create threads in Java? Which member functions of the integer wrapper class allows access to the integer value held in it? Go through the books and practice it. Section C. Answer any 2 questions out of the given 3 questions. What are methods in Java? So you know that methods mean a block of statements which performs a specific job that is predefined. Okay. Write a user defined method that returns whether a number is prime or not. For this also you can refer to my channel. Already I have uploaded a video. Okay. Next, what is exception? How are exceptions handled in Java? Explain with example. Go through the books. Question 25. How database management concepts are helpful in government sector? A school is making database of students and its staff. Teacher table includes teacher ID, teacher name and department. Give details of student table along with its schema. So in government sector, database concepts are useful for storing details of the voters, all types of taxes like income tax, sales tax, house tax, records of the criminal activities, storing of PAN card details, Aadhaar cards, vehicle registration, birth certificate, death certificate, all these things, registration of your birth certificate, death certificate, all these things. So practice, okay, by going through this model paper. Next, go through the second set. Okay, thank you.